urban unrest, natural disasters. You live in a city, what are you going to do? You need to escape, you need to get out. You need an urban survival go bag. This is a new one I've been working on, and we're going to build it together. Stick around. So I've done videos in the past on building different types of survival kits and urban go bags, and this is the newest iteration I've been working on. Been trying out some new things, and kind of ditching some of the older stuff I've done in the past because they just weren't quite working out and they didn't really meet my needs. So I want to share this with you. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you all the contents. There will be links down below for everything. And I'm going to try to also provide a list of all the stuff that goes in this bag and see what you guys think. So the bag I've chosen for this exercise is the Maxpedition Malaga. This is one of their larger sling packs. If you're not familiar with this, this is from the Legacy series. It's one of their older bags. And I like these because they're just so well built. Cordura construction, very heavy duty, lots of modularity. And I think, at least in my opinion, this kind of gray foliage color is very urban, and I think will blend in pretty well. It's not overly tactical. The only thing that I've added to the side of this bag is a TQ or tourniquet pouch. That way I have quick access to that for treating wounds. But this is the bag, and now I want to show you the contents because I think really that's what's more important, not so much the bag. All right, so here everything is kind of laid out on a table. And what I want to do is just kind of show these things up close so you can see what they're all about. So first aid, of course, is very important. This is a standard first aid kit, something that I got off on Amazon, and then I've just been adding to it for my own personal needs, but I keep everything in a plastic bag, sealed, so it keeps the contents dry and ready to go, so they're not degrading. And then, of course, adding a good set of shears. This is kind of a mini shear from Medco. That fits in that front pouch pretty nicely. And I've added these zipper pulls to it for quick identification. So that's my personal first aid kit. And then, of course, I showed the tourniquet pouch on the side of the bag, but you're going to want a few other larger bandages for trauma. And something like this, which is issued in the military, this is an emergency bandage. It is a trauma wound dressing, 6-inch hemorrhage control. So this is for massive bleeds. And then gauze for packing wounds. This is compressed in a nice package. It's from Rhino Rescue. And then a couple pairs of gloves. I keep those in the front pocket of that sling bag so I can get to those quickly. So if I'm treating somebody else, I am not picking up any pathogens or contaminants. And also keeping their wound cleaned as well, because I may have dirty hands. And then just some wipes. These can be used as toilet wipes, but also for cleaning my body, keeping sweat off and dirt off my face. So I have a package of those. Then a handheld flashlight. This is a new one that I've been kind of messing with. I got this recently. This is from Woobin. This is the X3 Pro or X2 Pro. Kind of a unique light in that it has a side light on it as well as the main light. It is locking, so I don't have to worry about that coming on in my bag. But I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's 1500 lumens. And it has kind of a nice focusing wheel, so you can make it a little bit bigger or softer. And then we have different levels. And then the side light is really interesting because it has an RGB control on it. So we have red light, of course, blue light, purple light, green light, and orange light. And you can cycle through those. And then, of course, this little head rotates up and down so you can aim that. and it does have a magnetic base, which I think is really good for an urban environment because you don't know what you're going to be operating in. If you're going to be operating with vehicles, you can attach this to the side of a vehicle or under the hood if you need to fix something. It does have a very strong pocket clip, which is great, so I can attach this to the strap of that sling bag. But also, the good feature about this is that it is a rechargeable battery, but these batteries are sized to take AA's. And AA batteries, of course, are probably the most standard battery you're going to find in any kind of environment. Sold at every gas station, convenience store, grocery store, in the United States. So having that ability to charge it with USB-C and also replace those batteries if they go dead with AA is a pretty nice feature. So it's a good light, very sturdy, IPA or whatever they call rated. So it's weather resistant, shock proof. Good solid small flashlight. And for electronic devices, I always like to keep some kind of charging brick. This is one's from Swiss Tech. It has dual ports on it, so I can charge a couple of items. And then with that, I always carry a multi-cord. So this will take iPhones, USB-Cs, and of course the standard and then the older USB connection, as well as I carry a small charging block with me in case I need to pick up electricity along the way. So having some ways of charging your devices, because your phone can still be a very viable and usable item in natural disasters. If you have offline maps on your GPS, you're able to use those. They could be very helpful. But electronics do go down, the grid goes down, and you need some kind of paper backup and for navigation. So I like to keep a Write in Rain notebook, a very simple base plate compass, a couple pens, a Sharpie for marking things, and then an acrylic ruler. And then in my vehicle, I always have paper maps and usually a gazetteer of the state of Ohio that has all the roads, all the cities. So no matter where I'm at, I can rip those pages out, take them with me. But I've got a nice, convenient way of doing some simple land navigation on a map. And this case, I believe, came from CountyCom. It's by Martac. I don't know if they make this anymore or not, but it's a great little notebook case. And we have the Silcock Key. I think everybody knows what these are by now. This is for opening those water spigots on the side of buildings. And of course, there are different sizes because you don't know which one you're going to encounter. It's a fairly heavy item. I know they come out with some plastic ones. I don't know how well they work, but this is the one I have, and I know I trust it because it is metal. It's going to not break on me or crack or anything like that. So very inexpensive tool. Pick these up on Amazon all day long. Another tool that I think is very imperative in having with you in an urban environment is a multi-tool. Now this one is the Leatherman rebar. It is a very lightweight, condensed multi-tool. It's not the big Surge or any of those other ones, but it has all the stuff I need on it. A good set of needle nose pliers, wire cutter stripper, and then we've got a sheep's foot serrated for cutting rope, and of course a knife blade, some other tools in here, and then an item that I really like having on a multi-tool is some type of saw, and of course screwdrivers, bottle openers, can openers, all that good stuff. But multi-tools are invaluable because you never know what kind of things you're going to be encountering and what you need to tinker with in that urban environment, and these are handy to have. And I'm also going to carry a good sturdy pocket knife. Now in an urban environment, we're talking 2 or 3 days that you may be away from home. This is not a wilderness situation, so I don't need a large, heavy, fixed blade knife. A lot can be done with a folding knife, and this one is from Civivi. This is their, I think the Neurophantic or whatever. It just came out. Fantastic pocket knife, really solid. Big beefy blade, good handle. Opens and closes very quickly and easily. So this can be, of course, a self-defense tool, but also just a handy item to have. Another item that I'm going to have with me, but not in my bag, is going to be some kind of self-defense, and it's going to be a pistol. And this is a Canic subcompact 9mm with a Swamp Fox red dot sight on it. And then I carry, of course, an extra mag. So a firearm is something that I'm going to be carrying probably in my vehicle or on my person already. I don't like to carry these things in bags because you can get separated from bags very easily. And then having it in a good, sturdy Kydex holster that I can take on and off easily without removing my belt or my pants, I think is key. So this is either on me or stored in my vehicle, and then if I need to exit, this comes with me, but it is not in my bag. Another light source item is just a headlamp, and I really like these little Petzl Elites. They're just so handy. They're small, lightweight. They have good white light on them, but they also have a red light function, and they just don't take up a lot of room. And that I think is key, because I'm really trying to keep the weight down as much as possible in this bag, because I want to be able to move easily and not have a gigantic backpack swinging around on me. So, and of course attracting attention. So the Petzl Elites, I'm not sure if they make these anymore, but there's a lot of good options out there for headlamps. Couple simple items to keep with you, of course, is a hunk of 550 cord. You never know what you're going to need this for. Stringing up plastic or sheeting material or tying stuff off, hauling things. And then zip ties do the same thing, but are quicker and easier to utilize. So a lot of purpose, or a lot of multi-purpose uses for these. And then Gorilla Tape on a credit card, very handy thing to have. Don't need a ton of it, but having some with me is better than none. And then I also keep some on a Bic lighter. This is orange duct tape, but a Bic lighter is always a great item to have. And then a new item that I've been kind of experimenting with, this is a Zippo lighter, but it has an insert that is butane. So I don't have to worry about losing fluid with the traditional Zippo. And I really like butane lighters just because that jet action. They're great for burning cord. And I like the orange, that way I'm not going to lose it. Item that I keep in my bag, but that I would probably put on my person once I started moving around, is just a little kind of survival keychain. This has a mini ferro rod with magnesium bar, and then we have a handcuff key. That'd be something I'd take off this and then probably hide this somewhere on me so I can access it easily. And then this is a tool from Grim Survival. This actually is a plastic bottle cutter. This will make cordage with a plastic bottle. So if you find an old pop bottle laying on the side of the road, you can set this down and anchor it to a piece of wood or something, and then run that bottle through it, and you're going to have cordage come off of it, and that's going to give me more cordage options. Very lightweight little option to have with me. Very cool item. I always carry some reading glasses just because my eyes are not as good as they used to be. And then I like to have a self-defense style pen. This is from Gerber. This is actually on the outside of the bag, so I can access that quickly. But it is all metal construction, and it has a glass breaker tip, so it has a couple different capabilities built into it. CPR face mask and some Blistex lip balm. Small, lightweight items. Definitely great to have. And then some type of Mylar bivy bag. This will help me retain some heat if I need to lay down and sleep somewhere. I'm not taking a big bivy bag or a sleeping bag or a tarp or a tent. You don't need all that stuff. You can find places in the city to curl up behind things or on top of things, cut some cardboard, make a ground sheet, and then, you know, cover up with this and to retain some body heat. But this is for emergencies. This is not something I'm going to be using all the time. Water purification, Grayl. This is the GeoPress. That's the larger of the ones they make. You know, a fantastic item to have because I can grab water on the go, filter it right away, and this thing will filter out all kinds of stuff, heavy metals, pathogens, cryptosporidia, any kind of viruses. It's just a great all-purpose water purification system, and it is built to last, and I really like this larger size that they came out with. Then as an emergency backup, I always carry a couple aqua tabs. You add these to 1 liter of water, let them set for a few hours, and then you've got all the nasty bugs at least killed, but your water's still going to be kind of dirty. Some personal protection items. Gloves are a must. These are for mechanic wear. Love them, lightweight, but very durable. And then I like to carry a neck gaiter buff. This can be worn as a hat, a face mask. So if I need to cover my face to disguise myself or, you know, keep my face warm if it's cold, this is a fantastic item. And basically it's just a tube of material. And then some kind of rain jacket. This is from First Lite. I've showed this in a past video. It is an incredibly lightweight rain jacket. Folds down to nothing. As you can see, I mean, this is the, you know, the smaller than a football, almost softball size, and weighs nothing. Not the cheapest option in the world, but it is a fantastic jacket and will help protect me and also add or act as a warming layer if I get cold. Cut the wind, it'll cut the rain, and it'll help retain some body heat. And then last but not least, you need some kind of calories. MREs are a good choice because you can strip these down and they don't require any kind of stove because they have a heating system built into them. And of course you can eat them cold, but bear in mind, these have moisture in them, so they are heavy and they take up a lot of room. You need to strip these down to what you need. This one is a reduced sodium version, and this is probably one of my favorite entrees, the macaroni and beef and sauce, chili mac, and of course it's got all kinds of other stuff in here, snacks and everything. And then if you don't want to go an MRE route, go to the grocery store and pick up your own stuff. Tuna singles are of course a fantastic source of protein and quick energy. You can also pick up peanut butter cups from Jif and Skippy. You can pick up all kinds of Cliff bars and other types of protein bars. So a lot of different options out there. And then don't forget to get some kind of hydration multiplier like Liquid IV. A little sweet, but they will mask some nasty tasting water, and they will give you a quick pick-me-up. Very similar to a Gatorade type thing, but a little bit better in my opinion. Then I always carry a spoon. This is an MRE spoon. Metal spoons would be even better, but definitely want to have some kind of spoon in case you happen upon, you know, a free meal. You got your own spoon. So one thing I like about the Slingpack as opposed to a backpack is that the Slingpack, especially this Maxpedition style one, has a cross strap, so that helps stabilize it on my back. But if I take that buckle off, unlock that, and of course the great thing about these kind of packs are that you can actually have them on the front of you, so you're protecting the contents. You don't have to take a backpack on and off to get the contents out, and you don't have to worry about people coming behind you and stealing stuff out of your bag while you're wearing it. I will tell you that I've traveled all over the United States, most of the major airports and cities. And backpacks are great when you're carrying a lot of stuff, laptops and all those things, clothes. But they're very hard to get in and out of. You usually have to stop, set them on something, open them up, dig around, pull stuff out, put it back on. So sling bags have their advantage of being able to pull them around to the front of you, and now you can access items easily and even put a pistol in here in one of these hidden pockets, and now you have a way of drawing from the bag. The only disadvantage with sling packs are they become very heavy very quickly, so you have to be very careful with how much stuff you put in them, and that's why I like the Maxpedition bags, because they have such a wide shoulder strap. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for 2025 because there's going to be a lot of cool content coming out. I'm going to be getting out and doing a lot of neat stuff, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on the journey. Please check out all the affiliate links down below, including my Amazon store, my Facebook group, Big Cartel if you're interested in Prepared Wanderer patches and stickers. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time on the Prepared Wanderer.